Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani. Coming up, existing partnership between the European Union and Dominica praised, substance abuse a major concern for the Ministry of Health, and His Excellency Eliud Williams visits Maho Senior Citizens and Home for the Aged in Grange, Portsmouth. Stay with us for details of these and other interesting stories right after the break.
Hey, I had a good time in town last week with a pretty girl, man.
Hey, carry me next time when you're going now.
When we get paid Friday, we gonna go.
Careful, they might catch AIDS.
AIDS? Them girl pretty. Them girl can't get AIDS, man.
I think it's only ugly women have AIDS. Anybody could get it. If you get sick, what you can tell your wife?
Hey, your wife, come in.
Hey, change the topic. Change the topic.
Your family depends on you. Don't take home AIDS.
Scary! Everything just shaking and making big creaky noises.
Earthquakes, big and small, take place in the Caribbean at least 10 times a year.
The dishes rattling and falling and breaking, then Vanna started to scream.
All I could think to do was shout, "Get outside, get out!"
Earthquakes, hazards, take control, reduce your loss. If an earthquake hits, what can you do? Get down, get under an item of furniture like a table. Hold on and stay there until the quake passes. Find out lots more about earthquakes and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and SIDERA.
The facts as they are, brought to you every day. Only on GIS Channel 7.
Welcome back. A review of the partnership between the European Union and the government of Dominica has concluded that Dominica has performed creditably and is in good standing to receive future financial support under the European Development Fund Budget Support Program. Head of the delegation of the European Union to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Ambassador Michael Barford, gave that assurance following a review meeting of the 10th EDF General Budget Support at the Finance Ministry on Wednesday. The ongoing multi-sector budget support program under the 10th EDF, valued at EC $29.25 million, is designed to support the government of Dominica in implementing its National Development Plan, the Growth and Social Protection Strategy 2012 to 2014.
Dominica has performed very well. It is one of the countries where we really feel our partnership is growing from strength to strength. I would also like to emphasize that the EU feels that we are, in a sense, an all-weather friend, and we hope that the allocations that we have managed to make to Dominica in the past will continue in the future. With the performance we've seen, I don't see any reason why Dominica should not be able to attract substantial funds for its from the regional programs, which will be reinforced. And in spite of the fact that we have crisis in Europe, and there might be some small adjustments and restructuring, I believe that the future is bright in terms of the grant allocations that we make to Dominica and the general partnership that we have with your country.
The current financing agreement with the European Union was signed at the end of August 2012, and it is expected that the program will be disbursed over 3 years ending June 2014. The first tranche of the EC $11.7 million was received by Dominica in February this year on fulfillment of 3 general conditions related to macroeconomic stability, progress on public financial management reforms, and implementation of the National Development Plan. Ambassador Barford says the budget support to Dominica is in addition to other EU grant assistance to the country. He says EC $26.8 million will be spent to improve the quality and reliability of the potable water services to the communities along the west coast of Dominica.
We provide the general budget support which helps Dominica to reduce poverty and generate growth and to improve private sector developments. But we also have a host of other programs in this country here. For instance, we have the potable water services at the west coast of Dominica. We have the Raichukubuli national train that we supported. We have accompanying measures generated by the banana program we have, which helps to sustain the growth and production of exports in the agricultural sector. And then we have recently the geothermal resources exploration project, which is a very important novelty, I would say, in order to exploit the enormous potential that Dominica has in geothermal energy, and which we hope will not only help the economy in terms of savings on energy, but also has a very strong social impact, because energy prices are very high in Dominica and needs to be brought down, I think.
The European Union budgetary support will also cater for a technical cooperation facility of EC $2 million, which will go towards supporting non-state actors. In more news, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South constituency, Honorable Ambrose George, has itemized the number of projects which will be undertaken throughout his constituency in the next financial year. Honorable George informed the House of Parliament earlier this week that resource centers for the communities of Kingshill and Silver Lake are on the cards. He said the funding for these projects will be accessed under the Basic Needs Trust Fund.
I'm looking forward on the BNTF 7, Minister for Social Services, for the construction. I know it's under consideration and awaiting approval of the CDB, but mention was made of the Kingshill Resource Center, the St. Elmo's Road in Girodel. I'm sure that my good friend Mrs. Rose Nelson will be very happy to hear when that project comes around that her road will be built. And of course, in the Silver Lake, another intervention in Silver Lake, we intend to build a resource center there in the Silver Lake area. So Silver Lake is beginning to receive some very serious attention, and I'm sure the people of Silver Lake appreciate that very, very much.
Meantime, improvement work to sidewalks from Bath Estate through Silver Lake will also receive attention in the upcoming financial year.
The Minister for Public Works made reference to the improvements works to be undertaken from the spur road leading to Santa Roma onto the valley. That is the Santa Roma Cliff to be shaved, and that section of the road there to be improved. But most importantly is the continuation of the sidewalk from Bath Estate through to Silver Lake. Because at this point in time, I mean, walking on this road is in fact very dangerous. And we have children who actually walk from Silver Lake to school at the Roseau Primary School in Bath Estate, and I tell you, it's not a nice scene at all. And so one can just imagine. And I always want to imagine and smile, Madam Speaker, because I see ahead that when that project is undertaken, the comfort and the ease and the safety that will present to the people of Silver Lake, of Fatima and Bath Estate, and the general public, the commuters, the tourists, the taxi drivers, at the improvement that's going to take place in that section of the road.
In anticipation of Shop Dominica 2013, fifth form students of the Portsmouth Secondary School have increased production of their Nature Serenity products. GIS News visited the students' production floor on Thursday, where about 4 young entrepreneurs, guided by their teacher, Rosalind Walter, were busy labeling their products. The group, which was formed in May last year, has had its products featured in supermarkets and is meeting demands and industry standards. They produce a wide variety of goods endorsed by the Bureau of Standards, including sea salt, virgin coconut oil, rum punches, seasoning, pepper sauce, shaped cocoa, coffee packets, and much more. Makisha Brumant is a producer with Nature Serenity. She says her organization has big future plans.
We intend to make it grow, to make our own factory, to produce, to help promote our local stuff instead of them going to waste, and to decrease on our import rates.
The entrepreneurs behind Nature Serenity source their raw materials from their own gardens or purchase from other farmers. Teacher Walter is grateful for the support of members of the private sector as well as the individuals and other small business owners.
I am very optimistic because the students who are here with me, they have already started their own business. They, sort of cottage industry, so to speak, and they are hoping that as the finances come in, they can expand. You understand? So through the symposium that we held in March, they got stimulated. So some of them started their little business, and so it was very easy for me to get the students to work, on a school level. As you can see, our crest, the school's crest is on the label. So it was very easy because they're already into it. It's just a matter of helping them, somebody to be a rock. Well, thank God, we have the NDFD, we have the small business unit, and we have the DMA, who are really standing with us, and it will flourish in the future. It will flourish in the future. I believe they will do well.
Ronald Ustry, principal of the Portsmouth Secondary School, himself is overwhelmed by the students' drive.
When we started off, I had no idea that it was going to take off in that manner. We had a symposium, which we do every year, and then the persons who were invited to be the panelists, they were so very much impressed that they encouraged us to motivate the students so that we could go further. The students came aboard, and through their efforts, we have products today, which the quality is very, very impressive. We have labeling, we have worked with the Dominica Manufacturers Association, the Bureau of Standards, and we're going to be receiving some assistance from NDFD, and we didn't think it would have grown this big.
In the quest to empower youth and boost the manufacturing industry, administrators of Nature Serenity only need one thing.
Don't hesitate. This is our young people. Let's help them. Let's help them. Everything starts small, and we have to take care of it and let it grow. And this will contribute to our economy. I just want all the Dominicans to patronize. Normally people say, oh, local stuff is expensive. It's because it is good quality, okay? So I would like the local people out there to come to the Rosa Market or in the supermarkets like Joe Duvernay, Whitchurch IGA, Greens Wholesale, wherever you see Nature Serenity, the PSS Crest, support the students. When we support the students, we support Dominica. And there's a saying, are you Dominica? Yes, I am. So let's love our country by supporting local. Let's support our young people.
Nature Serenity products ranging from $5 to $35 will be featured this weekend at the annual Shop Dominica campaign. We'll bring you more from that visit in Friday's newscasts. In other news, substance abuse, including the abuse of alcohol, is said to be having a major impact on Dominica's health system, and this has become a major concern for the Ministry of Health. Dominica's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. David Johnson, told a workshop on mental health and substance abuse on Wednesday that the harmful consumption of alcohol has resulted in a range of health and social consequences for the country. He noted that these include violence and injuries, chronic liver disease, heart diseases, several forms of cancers, alcohol dependence, and other mental disorders.
The social problems, mental disorders, and premature deaths associated with the abuse of alcohol are destroying individuals, families, communities, our society as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen that almost 40% of the patients admitted to the acute psychiatric unit during 2012 were for substance abuse. Studies here in Dominica have also shown that there is an early initiation of alcohol consumption at school age. And the prevalence of alcohol usage is high among both our boys and girls at school.
Dr. Johnson stressed that there is an urgent need to develop more comprehensive policies and programs for combating the use of illicit substances.
The harmful consumption of alcohol and substance abuse are much more widely spread in the population than the cases that are dealt with by our social institutions. The police, the criminal justice system, welfare division, and many other organizations are bearing the brunt of this huge problem. There is a need to develop more comprehensive policies and programs for combating the use of illicit substances and abuse of alcohol, which are destroying our nation. We must strengthen our prevention and healthcare promotion strategies, while at the same time develop our alcohol and substance abuse treatment services.
In recent times, there has been an increase in the number of admissions caused by substance abuse to the acute psychiatric units of the Princess Margaret Hospital. Social worker attached to the psychiatric unit, Leslie Ann Waldron, during a presentation on Wednesday said 82 people have been admitted to the ward since January 2013. This number is expected to surpass last year's figure of 140 admissions. And Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, has dismissed negative remarks from the opposition surrounding the 2013-2014 national budget. Dr. McIntyre was addressing Tuesday's sitting of Parliament at the House of Assembly.
It is painful to talk about a nonsense budget. This is a budget in these hard times right now that the globe is facing. We see the strikes, we see problems all around the world, but this government can still say no taxes, social welfare programs, terms of support programs for our young people, our elderly. We care a lot. Look right now in our health system, we are providing what it is. And Madam Speaker, we still have a development component to this budget. So Madam Speaker, I have no choice. And this is by my full support. I support this budget 100%.
Honorable McIntyre made specific reference to government's investment in the island's health sector.
You have polyps, you have little growths, you have little ulcers in your stomach. But you see, you want to be looking at a modern hospital, non-invasive types of things. How are you going to treat somebody in the PMH without looking inside there? You don't want to cut everybody sometimes, open up there and go inside the stomach. That's not how it's done. You take a little telescope, you go inside of there, you have a look at it, look at the walls. Because, Madam Speaker, a lot of us have what you call acid reflux. These things predispose you to cancer. But if it's early treated through the machines supported and provided by this government in terms of supplying the fleet of medical equipment for hospital, then you can diagnose problems that you can treat. And we speak here of the colon, the rectum, and areas that where you can go inside of them, madam, with this telescope, you can have a look at any little polyps or growth in there, whereby you can nip them or take them out. And this is the kind of medicine we want to take for this country. And when I speak of our new hospital that we're going to build and the new equipment we're going to put inside there, Madam Speaker, this is what I'm talking about. So you can run them, you can run our people through the program, see what's happening, treat them, and get our people to, raise that standard of health in this country. And this is what this government is all about.
The President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Eliud Williams, continues to make good on his promise made last December to visit local charities more often. This week, His Excellency is taking time to visit charities across the island. On Wednesday, residents and staff of the Senior Citizens Home in Maho welcomed the arrival of the President as he took time to meet and speak with them. The head of state made a contribution of cleaning supplies for which the staff expressed great appreciation. His Excellency Williams says his aim is to increase his visit to local charities from once to at least twice annually. He says taking care of senior citizens is very critical as they too once contributed greatly to the development of Dominica.
When we visited at Christmas, I promised that we would at least improve on the once-a-year visit so that at least twice we could come to see the work you are doing and to see the residents, as you call them. So although this time we have not come at Christmas, it is in fact July, for us it is a pleasure because, as I mentioned before, the work that you do here with those who are entrusted to your care is very, very important work, and it's a way of demonstrating appreciation for our senior citizens, because when they were able, they made their contribution towards the development of our country.
He made special mention of and congratulated one of the residents, Lennox Alexander, recipient of a special award for his admirable contribution to culture at the recently held Golden Drum Awards ceremony. Meantime, His Excellency President Eliud Williams also visited the Grange Home for the Aged in Portsmouth. Residents there were particularly pleased for the visit as they cheered his arrival. His Excellency took the time to specially greet each of the residents and had the opportunity to also have a one-on-one audience with one of the members of the board, Dr. Julie Turnbull. Manager for the home, Nurse Shirley Marriott, was pleased to receive a contribution of cleaning supplies for the home from President Williams. On Monday, His Excellency visited the Roseau Infirmary and the Operation Youthquake. We end tonight's news with this important announcement. The Ministry of Tourism and Legal Affairs is inviting the general public from Castlebruce and environs to a town hall meeting on Wednesday, August 7, 2013 at the Castlebruce Primary School from 7 p.m. The aim of the meeting is to help build awareness about the Caribbean Court of Justice. And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le ministre agriculture qui travaille combattre maladie Black Sigatoka. Parole celle-là sorti au chef département quarantine, M. Ryan Ansem.
Le ministre agriculture ni des maladies très dangereuses qui travaillent avec nous ni Black Sigatoka, avec maladie ça là même tant dangereux, avec plus dangereux que Yellow Sigatoka. Avec nous qui travaillons avec Fiatrid, avec d'autres organisations pour nous garder comment nous manager maladie ça là. Le ministre agriculture a fait bon investissement contre les Black Sigatoka. Nous avons sprayé 2300 bananes avec figues tout en Dominique. Le programme ça là même pas tellement spray. Comme ça nous dit c'est un integrated pest management programme nous ni. Nous le dit c'est planter pas seulement pour un mist blower avec spray. Ça nous toujours qu'à c'est planter pour couper ces feuilles là qui ni maladie en anglais ou qui ça dilifin. Nous c'est planter aller en les familles pour yo garder pour ces feuilles là qui ni maladie avec couper feuilles là qui ni maladie mettre tête en bas en les terre.
En autre nouvelle, le ministère pour l'Environnement, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, qui a fait parole que la création du ministère est bien importante. Le ministère Darrow fait parole pendant le débat budget 2013-2014 qui était pour place en Parlement. Et le ministère a une responsabilité pour le changement climatique et puis le développement sustainable, bagage qui est très important. Honorable Darrow dit qu'il est très plaisir que le gouvernement établit le ministère, bagage d'autres gouvernements régionaux qui fait. Le ministre Darrow fait parole que la création salam qui a plus capacité pour prendre des décisions gouvernement et public là. Et aussi mentionné Quarrying Act et puis affaires Green Economy. En la nouvelle, le département de drogue Dominica a créé à ses parents pour prendre plus de responsabilité et puis enfants ailleurs si l'homme mauvais bagaille qui concerne la drogue. Parole ça là sorti au chef département de drogue Dominique Jacinta Banis au ligne de workshop qui tient et puis mettre attention à ces sujets là.
Là nous regarder date là, il a monté nous enfants qui commencé bien bonner pour servir drogue. Depuis avant aller à l'école secondaire. Et puis nous te fait un sauvé et puis Health Promotion fait un sauvé et puis il a montré les enfants nous qui servi drogue bien bonne. Et puis moi les vois en commission comme si actuellement c'est à les vacances pour ça là yoyé qui moun ka jouer puis comment yo ka suivre puis c'est à l'aise ça yo ka expérimenter et puis drugs et puis workshop ça que aider monde qui travaille en santé pour assister les enfants nous et puis grand monde tout.
Et puis finalement, plan pour établir un conseil en Dominique, ça a créé National Teaching Council, a un plus haut état à présent. Association Teacher Dominique en collaboration et puis ministre de l'Éducation, a organisé un meeting qui a concerné manière pour établir un conseil en Dominique. Programme manager Grand Office CARICOM, Dr. Morel Joseph, tient une discussion et puis officier qui a concerné formation conseil salon. Quand même si le Dr. Joseph, ils ont discuté des bagages qui sont importants pour établir le conseil là. Aider une organisation pour un service pour profession teacher, ça bien nécessaire. En même temps aussi, le ministre de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, déjà fait parole que le ministre de l'Éducation qui prend responsabilité en plein pour établir le conseil là. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Up next, a tip on saving money.
Look.
Wow.
Don't buy condoms at the age.
You need condoms. And this little girl, she's so young. None of her parents knows about this.
Where's this?
This big woman.
I like them big too.
What?
What? Because what's going on today? Everybody buying condoms.
Caribbean women are protecting themselves. Join them now.
Times are challenging and we all need ways to save money. As you become more creative, you will find more ways to save. Grocery shopping forms a significant part of our monthly spending, and the supermarkets are designed to entice shoppers to buy even more than is needed. In order to save on your food bill, plan your weekly meals, create a shopping list, and only buy what you need. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching.